Greetings, Dr. Usko. I'm Harshita Kumari. Now I would like to give a presentation on Course Project Work Lab Practium Part 2 to Variant 1. These are the topics now we are going to discuss. Firstly, installation of Microsoft Expression Studio. Secondly, creating a file and saving it. Thirdly, creating GUI using this tool. Fourthly, web-based graphical user interface for code and design. Moving on, we'll have a discussion on web-based graphical user interface, and finally we'll see how our graphical user interface looks on Google Chrome. So firstly, installation of Microsoft Expression Studio. So by going to any search engine and typing Microsoft Expression Web, we can see the first one like this. So like by clicking on the, we can able to redirect to this page. So here we can see download button at the bottom. So by clicking on that, we can able to save this tool on our system. So for confirmation, I have gone through the search and searched for Microsoft Expression Web. So I got it. So this is the graphical user interface of this tool. Here we can see like different options like file, edit, view, insert, format tools, tables, side, data view, panels, windows, help at the top, and here at the right side we can able to see the toolbox and the snippets, and over here we can see the CSS properties, which means we can able to style our web user interface elements by using this box. Here we can see number of folders that have been created on our system by, for designing different web user interfaces. So now let us see how we can create a file and save it. So for creation of new file, I have gone through the file, and by clicking on new, as this is a HTML file, I have selected HTML. So by moving on, this is how it looks like. By working on this area and after creation of this web user interface, by clicking on by giving control s, we can able to save this. So by clicking on save, we can able to see this dialog box appeared in this way. So by giving the file name and selecting the location, we can able to save this by clicking on save button, which is over here. After that, we'll be seeing how we can create a graphical user interface using Microsoft Expression Web. So firstly, this is how it look like. So here we can see there are different tools from the toolbox like division, span, break, horizontal line, image, inline frame, layer, paragraph, everything. This is the code work area, and this is the design part. Here if we select design, we can able to see what we have designed until now. By clicking on split, we can able to see both code and the design part. By clicking on code, we can able to see only the code part for the web user interface. So here we can clearly see what are the tools that have been provided by this tool. There are different form controls also, like drop down form, input text, input submit, text area, label, input button, input file, input hidden, input image, different tools. So as per our requirement, by selecting and by dragging and dropping it here, we can able to create a web user interface. The moment when we are trying to place different elements on our web user interface, we can see the code gets modified as per our design. So firstly, let us see how we can select a element and place it on the web user interface. So here we can able to see a layer. So by dragging and dropping it here, it will be as in this form. So here we can see the code got modified as div with a division layer 1 and with the inline CSS styling, as there was nothing text written here. There was nothing text written over here. So now I would like to give a form on this. So here we can able to see form under the form controls, right? So by selecting and dragging and dropping it here, it will be in this form. So after selection of form, we can see the form tag has been written automatically by the code itself. So here it has given the height automatically. So if we are adjusting over here, even it gets modified here. So nextly I would like to add text Bradley University on the form. So I have given Bradley University. So now here we can see Bradley University had been written in the form tag. So it has appeared in the code as well as the web user interface. So this is how we are adding a text on our web user interface. So now let us see how we can edit this with the help of code. Now let us see how we can modify our design just by editing the code. So here we can see like Bradley University has text of Bradley University has been edited, right? So after then I have given CSS inline styling as style with a font size 72 pixel and with a width of 618 pixel. So the web user interface has been changed accordingly in this manner. So for my web user interface, this is the code I have written. So we can see the basic doc type HTML representing this is a HTML code. So giving indicating that this is a HTML language. This is the head part of this HTML code. Here meta tag has been given as usual. So for web user interface, it has been like Bradley University. So it's internal styling. In the before slide we have seen inline styling. Now we are seeing internal styling for the HTML. So this is the CSS code written by using the style tag. So this is the code, CSS code for body tag. This is for header tag. This is for header image tag. So I have given a font family with a Arial sans serif and a background color with a margin padding file display in this manner. And moving on, we can see there are different CSS editing for the elements each HTML element. So this is for the header one, this is for the container, this is for the box H2 and the box input. Till here CSS style internal CSS style has came to an end. So now going to the body part, here we can see the header part. Firstly I have added the image, followed by adding the title of the web user interface as Bradley University. So for my convenience of styling, I have given class name as container and the class name as box for this part, form part. So I have given different labels and the input for the input and everything. This is how I have created my website using code. Now let us see, moving further on, let us see how the user interface look like on Chrome. Before getting into it, also we'll see how we can build web-based graphical user interface. So here, as we have discussed earlier, like drag and drop the form, let us see how we can add image without using code just by dragging and drop. So here we can see image, right? So by clicking on this and dragging and dropping over here, we can able to see image part over here. So by double clicking on this, a dialog box will be appeared in this way. So here we can browse the picture that we want to add on a graphical user interface. So by selecting on this, we can able to add this image to our web user interface. So here we can able to see the code got automatically modified, like image with the alternate text and the source location of this file and width of this image. So in the previous slide, in the previous section we have seen how we can add text to this using code, right? Instead of writing code, like directly selecting, dragging and dropping here by clicking on this form and by clicking over here and adding text, we can also add text in this way also. So here we can see from the form controls as input submit over here, right? So by dragging and dropping it here, we can able to give input submit on the web user interface also. In this way also we can build a site without the knowledge of code, just by dragging and dropping it here on our user interface. So now let us see how the written code has been generated on the Chrome. So this is the user interface of our website. So as I have given image followed by Bradley University, title, text, so like form, everything here. These are the CSS. Because of CSS coding, we can able to see the red color over here. So because of padding, everything got adjusted in this way. So this is how, by scrolling down, this is how it got designed in this way. Variant 1 has been displayed for the graphical user interface. Thank you.